Hello and welcome to Whispers of Earth, where wonder meets the night, and science gently guides us through the vast mysteries of existence. Tonight, we embark on a tranquil journey toward one of the most thought-provoking and mysterious questions we face, not just as curious minds, but as human beings contemplating our place beneath the stars. It's a question that has fascinated us all. What is guiding us, and what is the true nature of our connection to the cosmos? Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the stars? What secrets the universe holds? And if we are truly alone in the vastness of space? It's a question that has captivated humankind for centuries, yet the answer remains elusive. That is, until something extraordinary happened on July 1st, 2025, when our solar system welcomed an unexpected guest, a visitor from beyond our stars. This visitor, an interstellar object designated 3I Atlas, arrived in our cosmic neighborhood, sparking a whirlwind of excitement and mystery among astronomers and scientists alike. At first glance, it might have appeared to be just another comet passing through our solar system, nothing out of the ordinary. But as researchers observed its path and speed, something remarkable became clear. 3I Atlas wasn't just another random comet. Its trajectory was too precise, its behavior too strange, and its speed too fast to be explained by natural forces alone. You see, this wasn't just an ordinary object traveling through space. 3I Atlas was moving at an astonishing 61 kilometers per second, much faster than any comet or asteroid we've encountered. It seemed as if this object was intentionally directed through our solar system, as though it was on a mission that might not be entirely random. The discovery that 3I Atlas was moving on a path that brought it incredibly close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter was nothing short of breathtaking. The odds of such a trajectory occurring purely by chance? A staggering 0.5%. In other words, the chances of this object having a path that just happens to intersect with 3 major planets in our solar system are so low, they almost defy the laws of probability. This made scientists sit up and take notice. Could this object be a probe? A scout sent from another civilization, silently assessing our little blue planet as it passed through our cosmic backyard. Imagine for a moment a probe sent from a distant star system, traveling through interstellar space, reaching our solar system on a trajectory so precise that it interacts with our planets with near-perfect timing. If 3I Atlas truly is a probe, it could mean that we are not alone in the universe. The idea that extraterrestrial civilizations might be watching us, observing our planet, and gathering information about our development is both thrilling and terrifying. But why now? Why has 3I Atlas arrived at this exact moment in time? It's not a coincidence that we are on the brink of becoming a spacefaring civilization. With Mars missions, advancements in artificial intelligence, and the exploration of deep space underway. Could this visitor be here to observe our progress? Could it be a sign that other civilizations are monitoring our technological growth and preparing for what comes next? The very fact that 3i Atlas is moving with such precision, at such speed, and on such a strange path, begs the question, is this object simply a random interstellar traveler, or is it something far more extraordinary? As the mystery of 3i Atlas continues to unfold, we must take a closer look at the trajectory of this unusual visitor. What makes this object's path so remarkable? It's one thing for a comet or asteroid to drift through our solar system. It's another entirely when the object follows a path so precise that it passes by multiple planets in our system, all while maintaining an incredible speed and direction. To understand just how extraordinary 3i Atlas is, let's take a moment to explore its path. 3i Atlas arrived from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, traveling through the depths of space at an astonishing speed of about 61 kilometers per second. This is nearly one-third the speed of the Parker Solar Probe, which holds the record for the fastest spacecraft ever launched by humans. And remember, the Parker Solar Probe reached that speed by using the Sun's gravity as a slingshot. But 3i Atlas? It arrived at that speed without any gravitational assistance from our Sun. This suggests that it was already traveling at this incredible velocity long before it entered our solar system. What forces could have accelerated it to such an impressive speed? Is it just cosmic forces at play, or is there something more? Now let's focus on its course. The object's trajectory has captured the attention of astronomers around the world. What stands out is that its path brings it close to three major planets: Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. At first, this might seem like a simple flyby, a random event in the grand expanse of space. But the odds of such a trajectory happening by chance are extremely low, approximately. This means that the path of 3i Atlas is so unlikely, so statistically improbable, that we must consider other possibilities. Could this be an intentional trajectory? Was 3i Atlas designed or guided to pass by these specific planets? Let's pause and think about this. Imagine trying to throw a dart at a map of our solar system from several light years away. The odds of that dart hitting multiple planets with such precision, planets that have massive gravitational forces and are constantly in motion, are next to impossible. Yet that's what seems to have happened with 3i Atlas. This perfect alignment raises the possibility that this object wasn't just drifting through space randomly. Could this be a carefully planned mission? If 3i Atlas is not just a random object, but a probe sent with purpose, it could mean that someone or something was controlling its path. This raises the question of intent. Is it here to simply observe us, gathering information about our solar system and our planet? Or is it taking measurements of our technological development, assessing our readiness for future contact? The very idea that such a probe could be watching us, studying us silently, is as thrilling as it is unsettling. The object's trajectory, combined with its precision and speed, suggests a level of control and technology far beyond anything we have on Earth. The possibility that 3I Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced civilization from another star system is both exhilarating and mysterious. Why would they choose to observe us? Are we a curiosity, or is there something more to our planet that they find worth investigating? What will happen when 3I Atlas reaches its closest point to the Sun, called perihelion, on October 29th, 2025? The timing of this event adds even more intrigue. The fact that 3I Atlas will pass so close to Earth, directly between Earth and the Sun, during a solar eclipse effect makes this an ideal time for observation. Could this timing be intentional, allowing the probe to conduct its observations without interference from Earth-based instruments? As the story of 3I Atlas continues to unfold, the timing of its arrival becomes even more fascinating. This isn't just a random visitor passing through our solar system. It seems to have arrived with a sense of purpose, and the timing could hold vital clues to understanding its mission. The way 3I Atlas is moving through space, its trajectory aligning so precisely with key planets like Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, speaks to something more deliberate than mere happenstance. But what makes this timing even more intriguing is that 3I Atlas is set to pass close to Earth, and its closest approach to the Sun, called perihelion, is slated for October 29th, 2025. What's so special about this moment in time? Why has it chosen this specific moment to approach us? If we think back to the past few decades, humanity has been accelerating its efforts in space exploration. We are planning missions to Mars, developing new technologies in artificial intelligence, and working toward expanding our presence beyond Earth. Could 3I Atlas's arrival be linked to this rapid expansion of our technological and space exploration capabilities? Is the timing of this object's arrival a signal, or even a form of cosmic timing, observing us as we approach a new chapter in human history? But the timing of 3I Atlas doesn't just reflect a random cosmic event. It aligns with something much more deliberate, almost as if the probe has timed its path to observe the key milestones in humanity's journey. As the object passes through our solar system, it's moving on a precise path that takes it between Earth and the Sun. It will be in a position where it will be invisible to our telescopes for several crucial weeks, perfectly hidden from our gaze, just like a stealthy observer. The solar eclipse effect, when the sun's light blocks the view of the object from Earth, gives the probe a perfect window of opportunity to observe Earth without being detected. If this probe is truly an alien artifact, its creators would have engineered this timing to ensure that their observations remain undisturbed. Could this mean that the creators of 3I Atlas are not simply observing our physical world, but also our technological development? Are they monitoring our ability to detect and observe objects in space? This covert approach suggests that this is no ordinary visit. It could very well be a quiet, calculated assessment, and the fact that we are only just now noticing it makes us wonder, how long have they been watching us without us even knowing? The timing, however, becomes even more significant when we consider the possibility that 3 Atlas could be assessing not just our planet, but the trajectory of our civilization itself. For the first time in human history, we are reaching for the stars. We are developing technologies that could one day take us to other worlds, and we are starting to tap into the power of artificial intelligence. Could this interstellar object be watching us at a pivotal moment in our development? At a moment when humanity could either succeed in reaching the stars or fail in its own growth? There's a chance that 3i Atlas isn't just an observer. It could be here as part of a larger plan. What if this timing signals a form of cosmic observation to see how humanity handles its own technological advancements? As we make strides in space exploration and AI, we're entering a phase of development that will have a profound impact on our future. Could 3i Atlas's creators be watching us to assess whether we are ready for the next step? Whether we are ready to join a larger cosmic community? The more we think about the timing, the more it seems like this is a moment designed specifically for observation. 3i Atlas will pass close to Earth at a time when we're on the brink of something truly extraordinary. An era of space exploration and technological evolution that will shape humanity's future. But what kind of response will we give when we are finally able to detect it? Will we be ready for what comes next? As we continue to analyze the mystery of 3i Atlas, one of the most compelling aspects of this cosmic visitor is its path. The trajectory of 3i Atlas is so precise and purposeful that it challenges everything we know about the randomness of space. It's not just passing through our solar system on a typical orbit. It's moving in a way that suggests intention. But how could a visitor from another star system have such an exact trajectory? What does this path mean for us? And could it reveal something larger about the universe? First, let's consider the concept of randomness in space. Our solar system is home to countless objects, comets, asteroids, and other celestial bodies, each following their own path dictated by the sun's gravity. These paths are often unpredictable, shaped by gravitational influences that we can sometimes predict, but often can't fully control. For the most part, objects in our solar system follow paths that have been influenced by the sun's gravitational pull, with some occasional interactions between planets, moons, and other objects. But 3i Atlas doesn't follow this pattern. It arrived from beyond our solar system, traveling in from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, with a velocity and trajectory so precise that the odds of it occurring by random chance are almost non-existent. Let's break it down. 3i Atlas's trajectory takes it close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, and the chances of this occurring purely by accident are approximately. In statistical terms, this is highly significant. What this tells us is that the path of 3i Atlas is so precise that we must seriously consider the possibility that this wasn't an accident. Instead, this path may have been deliberately engineered. If this is the case, we are not simply looking at a cosmic wanderer, but potentially an object sent with a purpose, to observe, to study, or to even communicate with us. The idea that an alien civilization could have engineered such a trajectory opens up an entirely new realm of possibilities. Imagine an advanced civilization with the ability to send probes across interstellar distances. Such a civilization would need highly precise navigation systems, advanced propulsion methods, and a deep understanding of cosmic mechanics. The fact that 3I Atlas was able to follow a path so accurately suggests that its creators are capable of manipulating the fabric of space itself, far beyond anything we could dream of achieving. This level of technological sophistication raises the possibility that 3I Atlas isn't just an object of scientific interest. It could be part of a larger effort by an alien civilization to make contact with us. But why such precision? Why would 3I Atlas, if it is indeed an alien probe, pass by these three planets in particular, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter? Could these planets hold some special significance to the civilization behind the probe? Or is the probe simply gathering data on key locations within our solar system? Perhaps it is studying the potential for life on Mars, or investigating the unique atmospheric conditions on Venus. Maybe it's just surveying the solar system, collecting information on the planets, moons, and other celestial bodies to understand how life develops in different environments. We must also consider the possibility that the path of 3I Atlas was designed with Earth in mind. What if this probe is observing our planet specifically? Could the trajectory and timing of 3I Atlas's journey be calculated to provide the best opportunity for observation and data collection on Earth itself? The fact that it is coming so close to us at this particular moment in history, when humanity is on the brink of making great strides in space exploration and technological development, could be an intentional decision by the creators of the probe. Are they watching us, waiting to see if we are ready for first contact, or perhaps just gathering information on our level of development before making a decision on whether to reveal themselves? The very fact that 3I Atlas was able to follow such a precise and intentional path suggests that it is not just a random object from the cosmos, but something much more extraordinary. It challenges us to rethink our understanding of space, technology, and the possibilities of intelligent life beyond our planet. As we look deeper into the nature of 3I Atlas, the precision of its trajectory continues to be one of the most puzzling aspects of this cosmic visitor. While the typical comets and asteroids that travel through our solar system follow more random paths dictated by the sun's gravitational pull, 3I Atlas appears to have traveled with a purpose. The way this object has moved through space raises one critical question. Could this be the work of intelligent beings? First, let's consider the nature of the object's movement. Most interstellar objects that pass through our solar system follow paths that are influenced by gravitational forces. Their speed and direction are determined by the pull of the sun, the planets, and other objects they may encounter. However, 3I Atlas behaves differently. As it moves through the solar system, its trajectory appears to be incredibly precise with a remarkable level of control. This is no random wanderer. It is moving with an intentionality that suggests someone is guiding it. Imagine this. If we were to send a probe to another star system, we would need to calculate its path carefully to ensure it reaches its destination without getting lost. The same would be true for a probe sent from another civilization. The fact that 3i Atlas was able to reach our solar system with such a precise path and speed suggests that its creators knew exactly where they were sending it and how to get it there. This level of control implies a technology and understanding of space navigation that is far beyond anything we currently possess. What does this precision tell us? It suggests that 3i Atlas is not just a random object passing through space. It could be a probe sent with a specific purpose. The path it follows, bringing it close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, doesn't seem like a coincidence. Could these planets be key locations in the study of our solar system? Could they have been selected for observation for reasons we don't yet understand? Let's take a closer look at the trajectory. As 3i Atlas travels through our solar system, it passes close to key planets that might offer valuable data to its creators. Venus, with its extreme greenhouse effect, could provide insight into planetary atmospheres and the potential for habitability. Mars, with its potential signs of ancient life, is another key point of interest. Jupiter, with its massive size and powerful magnetic field, could offer a deeper understanding of the dynamics of gas giants. These planets may have been chosen for observation because they hold the secrets to understanding the broader universe. But what about Earth? If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe, it may be designed not just to observe the planets, but also to gather specific data about us, about our technology, our environment, and our civilization. The timing of the probe's arrival couldn't be more significant. Humanity is on the brink of expanding into space. Our missions to Mars, the development of advanced space technologies, and our growing interest in interplanetary exploration could be of great interest to a civilization monitoring us. Are they assessing our readiness for contact? Are they studying us to determine whether we are capable of understanding or interacting with other intelligent life? The precision of 3i Atlas's path suggests that it was sent not just to gather data on our solar system, but specifically to observe us at a key moment in our technological evolution. This idea raises many important questions. Is 3i Atlas a scout sent ahead of a larger, more significant mission? Is it gathering information to prepare for direct contact with humanity? Or is it simply observing us, quietly studying how we develop before deciding what, if any, action to take? This scenario, where the trajectory of 3i Atlas is part of a larger, intentional mission, suggests that 3i Atlas is not an isolated event. It could be part of a broader effort by an alien civilization to explore and understand the development of life in our galaxy. As humanity continues to advance technologically and expand into space, it's possible that we're being watched, evaluated, and studied by civilizations that have already made their mark on the universe. We may be on the brink of something much larger than ourselves. As we ponder the possibility that 3i Atlas is not just a random visitor, but an intentional probe sent by an advanced civilization, the most pressing question remains: what exactly is it looking for? If we believe that this object is a reconnaissance mission, then it must be gathering specific information. But what kind of data could this alien probe be collecting, and why now? What makes this moment in human history so significant that a distant civilization would send a probe to observe our solar system? One possible answer is that 3i Atlas is studying the planets in our solar system to understand the conditions that might lead to the development of life. Earth is the obvious candidate for study, given that life as we know it has flourished here. But Venus and Mars might be just as important, as they hold clues to the potential for life beyond Earth. Venus, with its extreme atmosphere and runaway greenhouse effect, offers a stark warning of what could happen to a planet if conditions spiral out of control. Mars, on the other hand, might have once harbored life, or at least the ingredients for life, before it lost its atmosphere and became a barren wasteland. Could 3i Atlas be studying these planets to understand the various stages of a planet's habitability? But it's not just about planets. The fact that 3i Atlas is moving through our solar system with such precision suggests that its creators may be more interested in observing life itself. As humanity begins to expand beyond Earth, with plans to send humans to Mars and explore the outer reaches of the solar system, we are becoming a species capable of interplanetary travel. This technological leap is a significant milestone, and 3i Atlas may be observing how we handle this new stage in our development. The probe could be gathering data on our technological progress, our ability to sustain life in harsh environments, and our readiness for potential contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. But what exactly is the probe trying to determine about us? 6's. Is it evaluating our level of technological advancement? 6. Are the creators of 3i Atlas watching how we interact with one another, how we manage resources, and how we address the challenges of space exploration? As we develop more sophisticated technologies. 5's. AI, nuclear power, space exploration. 5's. Are we ready to join a larger community of civilizations? Or are we still too primitive, too divided, and too unstable to interact with other intelligent species? If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe, its mission could go beyond merely gathering scientific data. It might also be evaluating our behavior and intentions as a species. The trajectory of the probe, as it silently surveys our solar system, could be a way of determining how we respond to the challenges we face. How do we manage conflict? How do we collaborate as nations? How do we handle the ethical dilemmas of space exploration? Do we look toward peaceful cooperation with the cosmos, or do we risk making the same mistakes that have caused conflict and destruction on Earth? The fact that 3i's Atlas is being so discreet in its observations also suggests a cautious approach. If this is an alien civilization monitoring us, it's possible that they're unsure about how we would react to direct contact. The probe could be part of a larger, carefully planned strategy to gauge our readiness before any form of communication or interaction takes place. It might be assessing our technological capabilities, our social cohesion, and our ability to understand and process the enormity of the universe. This stealthy approach allows the creators of the probe to gather information without revealing themselves or alarming us. Fives, giving us time to develop our own understanding and perhaps prepare for the next step. But could there be more to this mission than just observing? Is it possible that 3i Atlas is trying to learn something more specific about Earth, about life, or about the potential for future collaboration with us? Sixes. Could it be that the probe is gathering data to prepare for contact with humanity? Sixes. If so, what would that contact look like? Sixes. What is it that these alien creators seek from us? And what do they expect to find in the far reaches of our solar system? Sixes. As the mystery of 3i Atlas deepens, one central question stands out. Fours. What is this probe truly searching for? Sixes. If it's not just a random cosmic traveler, but rather an alien reconnaissance mission, then the object must be gathering specific information. Could it be looking for signs of life? Sixes. Could the primary purpose of 3i Atlas be to study Earth and its unique position in the cosmos, especially at this particular moment in human history? Let's take a step back. When we think about space exploration, we think about discovering new planets, uncovering ancient cosmic secrets, and, of course, the search for life. Humanity has always had an insatiable curiosity about the possibility of life beyond Earth. We've sent probes to Mars, studied the moons of Jupiter and Saturn, and used powerful telescopes to look for exoplanets that might support life. But so far, we've found no definitive proof that we are not alone. Yet, here comes 3i Atlas, an interstellar object traveling from beyond our solar system. Fives, an object that seems too precise in its movements, too purposeful in its path, to be just another wandering comet. Is it possible that this object is searching for the very thing we've been searching for? Fours. Life. Sixes. Earth, with its complex ecosystems and thriving biodiversity, has long been considered a beacon of life in the vastness of the universe. Our planet is the only one we know of that supports life as we understand it, and the study of our planet's ecosystems, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountain peaks, has revealed just how resilient and diverse life can be. But the story of life on Earth is not finished yet. As humanity steps further into the stars, we find ourselves on the edge of a new frontier. Fives. Space exploration, colonization of other planets, and perhaps even the discovery of extraterrestrial life. Could 3i Atlas be watching our planet at this pivotal moment in time, when we're about to become more than just a species confined to Earth? Imagine this. Fours. 3i Atlas could be observing not only the Earth itself, but the evolutionary leap humanity is making in space exploration. Our recent ventures into space, including missions to Mars and the development of space-based technology, show that we are moving closer to becoming a spacefaring species. But could an advanced alien civilization be interested in us for a different reason? 6. Perhaps they are watching how we develop not just technologically, but socially, how we handle conflict, cooperate, and make decisions about the use of resources. 5. These are all critical factors in determining whether a species is ready for interaction with other civilizations. The timing of 3I Atlas's arrival, just as humanity is on the cusp of becoming an interplanetary species, suggests that it could be a study of our growth and maturity as a species. The idea that 3I Atlas might be observing humanity at this critical moment in our development raises questions about our readiness to engage with other forms of intelligent life. Are we a peaceful civilization, willing to share knowledge and work collaboratively with others in the universe? Or are we still too wrapped up in our internal struggles? The way we behave, the decisions we make about space exploration, the ethics of AI, and the balance between technological advancement and environmental sustainability. 5. All of these factors could determine our future in the cosmos. Could 3I Atlas be part of a cosmic assessment, gathering data on how we handle these challenges to determine whether we're ready for contact? What's more, the probe could be studying more than just our technological growth. It could be monitoring how we respond to the unknown, how we react to the possibility of extraterrestrial life. If 3I Atlas is indeed a probe, it might be gathering information to evaluate how we would respond to an encounter with an alien civilization. Are we ready to engage with intelligent life outside our own planet? 6. Are we equipped to handle the cultural and societal challenges that come with the knowledge that we are not alone in the universe? 6. Could 3I Atlas be assessing the readiness of humanity to become part of a larger cosmic community? 6. If this is the case, it raises important questions about what that future might look like. What happens when we, as a species, are no longer confined to Earth? 6. What happens when we step beyond our solar system, looking to make our mark in the galaxy? 6. And what role will other civilizations play in that journey? 6. As we continue to delve into the mystery surrounding 3I Atlas, one of the most perplexing aspects is the stealthy nature of its observation. The object arrived from the depths of space, traveling across the cosmos, and its path brought it to our solar system. But here's where things get intriguing. 5. It's not acting like a random celestial object. Instead, it seems to be moving with purpose, almost as if its creators wanted to remain undetected, or at least allow us time to figure it out on our own. Why would an alien probe take such a discreet approach? If 3I Atlas is truly a reconnaissance mission, it might be intentionally keeping a low profile, gathering data on Earth and its environment without alarming us. The probe's trajectory, which takes it so close to Earth, yet avoids detection for the most part, might suggest that its creators want to observe without tipping their hand. Perhaps they believe that revealing themselves too soon would disrupt their mission, or that they want to gauge our response before initiating direct contact. This stealthy observation raises an important question. Fours. Why? Why wait for us to discover it? Could it be that the alien civilization behind 3i Atlas has a reason for observing us discreetly, letting us come to the realization on our own? There are several possible explanations. Perhaps the civilization wants to study our natural progression. Fives. How we respond to the unknown. How we handle the discovery of something far beyond our understanding. It's a fascinating experiment in itself. Fours. How will we react when we are confronted with evidence that we are not alone in the universe? The probe's quiet presence could also be part of a larger strategy to assess our readiness for contact. Imagine this. Fours. If these beings have been observing us for a long time, they might have seen our technological advances, our social struggles, and our scientific discoveries. But before making any kind of move, they might want to observe how we handle this revelation, how we process the knowledge that we are not the only intelligent life in the universe could be a determining factor in how they choose to interact with us. They may be waiting to see how we deal with the discovery, whether we act with curiosity, peace, and cooperation, or if fear and aggression take the lead. The timing of 3i Atlas's closest approach to Earth in late 2025, during a solar eclipse effect, adds another layer to the mystery. During this period, the object will be hidden from Earth-based telescopes, creating a perfect window for observation. This could be a calculated move on the part of the alien civilization. Fives. A way to study us without revealing their presence. It's almost as if they are conducting a quiet reconnaissance mission, gathering data on our planet and its inhabitants while ensuring that we remain unaware for as long as possible. This raises even more questions. Fours. What exactly is being observed? Sixes. If 3i Atlas is monitoring us, what aspects of Earth and humanity are of particular interest to its creators? The most likely answer is that the probe is observing our technological advancements, particularly in the realms of space exploration, artificial intelligence, and energy production. Humanity is on the brink of major breakthroughs, and these may be the very things that extraterrestrial civilizations would want to study. After all, any species capable of interstellar travel would likely be concerned with the development of other civilizations, especially those making rapid strides in technology and space exploration. The probe could also be assessing the stability of Earth itself. With climate change, political instability, and social unrest all on the rise, extraterrestrials might be observing how we are handling these global challenges. Are we working together to protect the planet, or are we headed toward self-destruction? Sixes. The state of our planet and our social dynamics might be just as important to these visitors as our technological advancements. Ultimately, the quiet and calculated approach of 3i Atlas raises a lot of questions about the intentions of the civilization behind it. Are they truly observing us in secret, waiting for the right moment to make contact? Sixes. Or is their presence part of a larger, more subtle plan to assess us, ensuring that we are ready to meet them in the future? Sixes. As the mystery of 3i Atlas continues to unravel, one of the most pressing questions remains. Fours. What happens if we confirm that this object is indeed a probe? Sixes. The idea that 3i Atlas might be an extraterrestrial artifact raises profound questions about our place in the universe, the nature of intelligence, and how we will respond to contact with another civilization. If 3i Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced civilization, it could be the most significant event in human history. If 3i Atlas is a probe, its presence is more than just a scientific curiosity. Fives. It is a message. This message might be as subtle as the quiet passage of the object through our solar system, but the implications of such a message could be earth-shattering. What does it mean for humanity if we discover that we are being watched by other intelligent beings? Sixes. How does this shift our perspective on life, technology, and the cosmos? The possibility of extraterrestrial contact is both thrilling and terrifying. For centuries, humanity has pondered the existence of intelligent life beyond Earth, and now, with 3i Atlas's appearance, we may have the answer. But what do we do with that answer? X's. Are we prepared for the implications of such a discovery? X's. One possibility is that the creators of 3i Atlas have been observing humanity for a long time. If this is the case, their interest in us may not be random. Perhaps they have been following our progress and have reached a point where they feel it is time to make their presence known. Fives. Or at least to gauge our readiness for contact. It's possible that 3i Atlas's trajectory was carefully planned, designed to observe humanity at a critical moment in our development. We are on the cusp of becoming a spacefaring species, with missions to Mars and plans to explore the outer reaches of the solar system. Could this be the moment when an alien civilization decides to make contact, when we are finally ready to take our place in the broader cosmic community? But what does it mean to be ready for contact? 6. For any alien civilization monitoring us, the question is whether we have the technological, social, and ethical maturity to interact with other civilizations. Do we have the wisdom to understand the consequences of making contact, or will we react with fear and hostility? If we're being observed, then perhaps the aliens are waiting to see how we respond to the unknown. Are we ready to embrace the idea of intelligent life beyond Earth? Sixes. Or are we still too primitive, too divided, and too unstable to engage with other civilizations? If 3I Atlas is indeed a reconnaissance probe, it could be the first of many. This raises the question: 4s, what happens next? 6s, will other probes follow, leading to direct contact with a distant alien civilization? 6, or is 3 Atlas simply a precursor, gathering information before any formal communication takes place? 6. Either way, the discovery that we are being watched could change everything. It could lead to a profound shift in our understanding of life, technology, and our place in the cosmos. If 3I Atlas is part of a larger cosmic surveillance network, it could mean that there are many other civilizations out there, quietly observing life on Earth and elsewhere. This idea suggests a galaxy full of intelligent life, each civilization potentially monitoring others, perhaps even for millennia, before making contact. But why keep such surveillance a secret? 6s. What would be the purpose of monitoring civilizations without revealing the existence of the greater galactic community? 6. Perhaps this kind of cosmic observation is common. Perhaps civilizations across the universe follow a set of protocols, waiting for species like ours to reach a certain level of maturity before initiating communication. If this is the case, the creators of 3I Atlas might have already evaluated our technological and social progress and determined that we are now at a point where direct contact is a possibility. But the most exciting possibility of all is that 3I Atlas is not just a passive observer. 5s. It could be the first step toward a larger engagement. It could be the moment when humanity finally becomes aware of a broader galactic community, a moment that redefines everything we know about life and intelligence. The prospect of interacting with alien civilizations, sharing knowledge, and exploring the universe together is a future we can only imagine. If 3I Atlas is the first step toward contact, the implications for humanity are staggering. We would have to rethink our place in the cosmos and consider the role we want to play in a universe filled with intelligent life. The discovery of 3I Atlas may not be the end of the mystery. 5s. It may be the beginning of an entirely new chapter in the history of humanity. As we continue to examine the mystery of 3I Atlas, the possibility that this object is a probe sent by an alien civilization raises a larger question. 4s. What happens next? 6s. The implications of such a discovery are enormous, not just for our understanding of the universe, but for our future as a species. If we confirm that 3I Atlas is an intentional probe, it could be the beginning of a new chapter in human history. We must first consider the profound changes that would occur in our society. The realization that we are not alone in the universe would challenge everything we know about ourselves and our place in the cosmos. For centuries, humanity has looked to the stars with wonder, but we've always believed that we were the only intelligent life in the universe. The confirmation of alien life would be a paradigm shift. 5s. A moment that would reshape our worldviews and force us to reevaluate our assumptions about life, intelligence, and the very nature of existence. But what does this mean for the future of humanity? 6s. If 3i Atlas is indeed a reconnaissance probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, then the question becomes, 4s. What are they observing us for? 6s. Are they assessing our technological progress, our ability to manage our planet, or our potential for interstellar exploration? 6s. Are they waiting for us to reach a certain level of maturity before initiating contact? Or is this probe part of a larger plan to gauge our readiness for joining a galactic community? The timing of 3i Atlas's arrival is crucial. We are on the cusp of an era of great technological advancements, including space exploration, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy. Could this probe be monitoring us at this pivotal moment to determine whether we are ready for intergalactic contact? The civilizations behind this probe might be watching how we handle this newfound awareness and how we will use our technology to engage with the larger universe. The idea that we are being observed raises another important question. 4s. How should we respond? This is the beginning of an ongoing observation. It could lead to a slow and deliberate engagement with the alien civilization. Perhaps 3i Atlas is just the first step in a larger effort to study humanity, to understand our potential, and ultimately decide whether we are ready to become a part of a broader cosmic community. The next steps for humanity are now in our hands. Whether 3i Atlas is a precursor to direct contact or simply a study of our development, the discovery forces us to confront our future in ways we never imagined. We are not alone. The universe is far bigger than we ever thought, and the mysteries it holds are waiting for us to uncover them. If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, the next question that arises is, 4s. How do we respond? 6s. For centuries, humanity has wondered whether we are alone in the universe. The possibility that we are not only not alone, but being actively observed, brings both excitement and uncertainty. But knowing that there might be other civilizations out there. 5s. Potentially monitoring our progress. 5s. Requires us to rethink everything. How should we approach this new reality? 6. How should we prepare for the possibility of communication with a species far beyond our own? First, let's consider what kind of message we would send. If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe, it might eventually transmit data back to its creators. But could this probe also serve as a first step in establishing communication? 6s. If the civilization behind 3i Atlas has been observing us for some time, then it might be wondering how we will respond once we realize we are being watched. Will we acknowledge its presence? 6s. Will we try to make contact? 6s. Or will we react with fear and hostility? 6s. The way we choose to respond will likely shape how these advanced civilizations view humanity moving forward. But how can we even begin to communicate with a species that is so different from us? 6s. We have no way of knowing what their language or technology might be like, let alone how to establish a conversation. Nevertheless, we do have tools at our disposal that could help initiate communication. The most obvious method would be through the use of radio signals. As we have learned from our own efforts to search for extraterrestrial intelligence, radio waves can travel vast distances across space. And just as we've been listening for alien signals, we could send out our own. The challenge, however, is that we don't know whether the creators of 3i Atlas are using the same methods of communication. Could they be listening for radio signals, or might they be using more advanced forms of communication? 5s. Laser-based technologies, electromagnetic pulses, or something beyond our comprehension. X's. What if the probe itself contains the answer, or perhaps even serves as the vehicle for their first communication? We might also consider the possibility that 3i Atlas isn't just a passive object, but a messenger in its own right. Could the probe be sending signals, waiting for us to respond? Ox. If so, how will we detect them? 6s. Would we know how to interpret the data it transmits? 6s. What if the probe is more advanced than we initially realize? 5s. Capable of communication through unknown frequencies or encoded messages that we have yet to decipher. The situation raises another important question. 4s. Are we ready for this level of engagement? 6. We have spent much of our history looking up at the stars with wonder and curiosity. But the idea of communicating with an alien civilization is different from what we imagined. If we receive a message, whether it's from 3i Atlas or another probe, 5s, we must be prepared for the social, cultural, and philosophical impact it could have on humanity. Our entire understanding of the world, our place in the universe, and our very concept of life could be turned upside down. How will we as a species react? 6s. Will we be able to set aside our differences and work together in the face of such profound news? If 3i Atlas is a probe that represents a form of first contact, we must consider the implications for global cooperation. In the face of such a discovery, national boundaries might seem irrelevant. The importance of working together as a species, sharing knowledge, and maintaining a peaceful approach to this unprecedented event becomes clear. Humanity's response to 3i Atlas 5s, whether it be through the language of science, peace, or curiosity, will shape our future interactions with any alien intelligence we may encounter. If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe from an advanced alien civilization, the implications for humanity are nothing short of transformative. For generations, humans have speculated about the existence of intelligent life beyond Earth. Some have searched the stars, hoping for signs of extraterrestrial civilizations, while others have focused on understanding our own place in the universe. The arrival of 3i Atlas, or any proof of extraterrestrial intelligence, would mark a monumental shift in human history. The way we respond to this discovery will shape not only the future of humanity, but our understanding of life itself. One of the most immediate challenges we would face is the need for global unity. Imagine waking up to the news that humanity is no longer alone in the universe, that we are being observed by beings from another star system. This realization would have a profound impact on every aspect of human society, from science and technology to religion and culture. Nations, religions, and political ideologies would need to put aside their differences and work together to handle this unprecedented discovery. The arrival of 3I Atlas could be the catalyst for humanity's first truly global cooperation. What would it mean for our world if we learned that we are being watched by an advanced civilization? Sixes. The first reaction might be fear. We've all seen science fiction movies where alien species arrive with hostile intentions, conquering or destroying humanity. However, this scenario is far from guaranteed. The creators of 3I Atlas may have no interest in harming us. In fact, they might be observing us in a way that is designed to help us grow, to understand our capabilities, and to gauge our readiness for contact. This idea brings about an important philosophical question. Fours. How will we treat ourselves and others when faced with the possibility that we are not the most advanced civilization in the universe? The discovery of alien intelligence could also challenge our understanding of life and our place in the cosmos. For centuries, we've considered Earth to be the center of the universe, the only known planet to harbor life. But the moment we accept that other civilizations may exist, we begin to understand just how small we are in the grand scheme of the universe. We must shift our thinking from an anthropocentric perspective to one that recognizes the vastness of life and intelligence beyond our world. For scientists, the implications of 3I Atlas would be staggering. The data gathered from this object could revolutionize our understanding of physics, space travel, and biology. What technology do these aliens possess? 6 is, how have they mastered interstellar travel, and could we learn from their advancements? 6 is, the potential for scientific breakthroughs is immense. The knowledge shared by an alien civilization could lead to incredible advancements in energy, propulsion, and even medicine, providing us with tools that could help solve the pressing challenges facing humanity today, such as climate change, energy scarcity, and disease. But the impact on religion and philosophy would be equally profound. For centuries, religions have provided explanations for the origins of life, the purpose of existence, and the nature of the universe. The discovery of extraterrestrial life would force us to reevaluate these beliefs. Would religions around the world adapt to the idea that life exists elsewhere, or would they resist the evidence? What would the discovery of alien life mean for our understanding of the divine, creation, and the meaning of existence? This discovery would not only affect individuals, but also entire societies. How would humanity cope with the realization that we are no longer alone in the universe? 6 is, the social implications could be immense. People might feel a sense of awe, wonder, and connection to something greater than themselves, while others could experience fear, anxiety, or existential crisis. Governments and world leaders would have to navigate these emotions, providing guidance and reassurance to their citizens. The economic and technological implications would also be profound. As we begin to understand alien technology, it's possible that we could apply it to improve our own world. Advanced energy systems, new materials, and efficient space travel methods could radically change the way we live. The discovery of alien resources, or perhaps even direct contact, could spark a new era of interstellar exploration and trade. But all of this brings us back to the central question. Fours. How will we respond to this discovery? Sixes. If 3i Atlas is a probe, then this could be humanity's first step into a much larger community of intelligent beings. The choices we make now, as we approach this momentous event, could determine how we engage with the universe in the future. Will we be peaceful and open to collaboration, or fearful and resistant to change? As the reality of 3i Atlas's visit settles in, one of the most significant challenges humanity will face is the ethical considerations surrounding extraterrestrial contact. If 3i Atlas is truly an alien probe sent by an advanced civilization, the knowledge we gain from this encounter could radically alter our understanding of life, technology, and existence. But with this knowledge comes responsibility. The arrival of an extraterrestrial probe would force humanity to confront profound ethical dilemmas, including how we handle the information it provides and what actions we take in response. First and foremost, we must consider the question of consent. If we are being observed by an alien civilization, do we have the right to know? What are the ethical implications of being studied by another species without our explicit consent? Sixes. On one hand, the probe's arrival may seem like an inevitable event in our exploration of the universe. We've been broadcasting signals into space for decades, unknowingly inviting the attention of any civilizations that might be listening. But now that we are aware of their presence, the situation changes. How do we respond ethically to the knowledge that our planet, our species, and our development are being monitored by beings from another world? This question of consent extends beyond just the alien civilization's actions toward us. Fives. It also raises concerns about how we, as a species, treat one another in light of this discovery. The knowledge that extraterrestrial life exists could either unite us or divide us. Historically, humanity has struggled with issues of equality, power, and the distribution of resources. The discovery of alien intelligence could exacerbate these divisions, especially if certain nations or organizations gain access to advanced technology or information before others. In this scenario, how do we ensure that the benefits of contact with extraterrestrial intelligence are shared equitably? Sixes. How do we prevent the powerful from using this newfound knowledge for personal gain? And how do we ensure that it is used for the betterment of all humankind? Ethics also plays a role in the way we approach the technology and knowledge that might be contained within 3i Atlas. If the probe is transmitting information, what do we do with it? Sixes. Are we prepared to handle potentially world-altering technology, such as advanced energy sources, propulsion systems, or even biological innovations? The temptation to exploit alien technology for immediate gain might be great, but what long-term consequences might arise from such actions? 6. Without fully understanding the technology's origins and the potential ramifications of its use, how can we ensure that we approach it responsibly? Furthermore, what happens if we begin to engage with the alien civilization behind 3i Atlas? 6. How do we ensure that we maintain our autonomy while cooperating with beings who possess a far greater understanding of the universe? We must also consider the possibility that they might not want to directly intervene in our development, instead preferring to observe our progress from a distance. What if their advanced intelligence and technological capabilities come with a sense of responsibility to allow younger civilizations, like ours, to develop on their own terms? 6. Another key ethical question centers around the environmental impact of our potential interactions with extraterrestrial civilizations. If we receive advanced alien technology, how do we manage it in a way that does not harm our planet? 6. The temptation to harness powerful new resources could pose risks to our ecosystems, especially if we rush to use technologies without fully understanding their effects. Could we inadvertently harm our environment in pursuit of knowledge that we are not ready to handle? 6. This question forces us to take a long, hard look at our own track record with environmental stewardship and how we can do better moving forward. Ultimately, the ethical responsibilities we face in the wake of 3i Atlas's visit will require careful thought, international cooperation, and a deep commitment to ensuring that humanity's interaction with alien intelligence, should it occur, is respectful, responsible, and in the best interests of our planet and future generations. This moment in our history could be a turning point, not just for how we interact with the cosmos, but for how we engage with one another on Earth. It's an opportunity to show the universe that we can rise above our divisions and work together to navigate the unknown. One of the most profound questions that arises from the potential discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence through 3i Atlas is: how do we communicate with beings from another world? 6. If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe sent by an advanced civilization, it is not just a message from the stars. 5. It's an invitation to begin the most important conversation humanity has ever had. But the challenge is enormous. How can we bridge the vast chasm between our species and theirs? 6. How do we even begin to communicate with beings who may not think, feel, or even perceive the world the way we do? 6. First, we must consider the fundamental differences between humans and any alien species. For centuries, humanity has developed language, culture, and systems of communication based on our shared biology and environment. Our understanding of the world is shaped by our senses. 5. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. 5. 5 senses that we all share as human beings. But what if an alien species perceives the universe differently? 6. What if they have evolved senses that we can't even begin to imagine, or perhaps none at all? 6. Their concept of reality may be entirely different from our own. If this is the case, how do we begin to formulate a way to communicate? 6. Can we even find common ground between two species with completely different ways of experiencing the world? One of the most likely methods of communication that we might attempt is the use of universal symbols, since language and communication are often tied to specific biological and cultural experiences. Universal symbols that transcend linguistic barriers might be our best hope for starting a conversation. One potential starting point could be mathematics. Throughout history, humans have found that mathematics is a universal language that can describe patterns in the natural world, from the orbits of planets to the structure of DNA. It is possible that advanced civilizations might also use mathematics as a way to communicate, as it is based on the fundamental properties of the universe. By sending out mathematical equations or symbols, we might be able to establish a common ground with extraterrestrial beings. Another possibility is the use of sound and light waves. These are the very same methods we use to communicate over vast distances with radio waves and light signals. Perhaps the creators of 3i Atlas, or their descendants, are already using such methods to communicate across the stars. The challenge, however, would be to determine the language they use. If they are transmitting data to Earth, we would need to understand the frequency, pattern, and structure of the signals in order to decode them. Much like how scientists are working to decode the signals from distant stars, we might need to develop new methods of understanding alien communication that go beyond our current capabilities. In this context, we might also ask ourselves, 4s. What if the probe is not just an observation device, but a tool for communication? 6s. If 3i Atlas is transmitting signals, perhaps those signals are not simply data, but an attempt to make contact. The object could be sending coded messages, hidden in the very design of its movement, its outgassing, and its subtle adjustments to its trajectory. These could be clues, intentional signals that we are meant to pick up on, an invitation to begin the conversation. In such a scenario, the discovery of 3i Atlas could mark the beginning of an entirely new era of communication, one where we learn not only how to speak with alien intelligence, but how to understand them on a deeper, more fundamental level. The challenge of communication also raises profound questions about our own readiness to handle such an interaction. As a species, we are still learning how to communicate effectively with one another across cultural and language barriers. If we are to engage with an extraterrestrial intelligence, we will need to take lessons from our past. 5s. How we've learned to cooperate, understand, and empathize across our own divides. 5s. And apply them to this new, unprecedented challenge. What will it take for humanity to respond with patience, curiosity, and open-mindedness, rather than fear or aggression? The ability to communicate with alien intelligence will not only require technological advancements, but a deep philosophical shift. We must be prepared to face the unknown with humility and respect for the intelligence that lies beyond our world. At the heart of this question is the realization that we are not just communicating for the sake of knowledge. Fives. We are communicating for the sake of understanding. The discovery of alien intelligence would force us to examine our own humanity in new ways. What does it mean to be human in a universe filled with diverse forms of life? Pixes. What does it mean to be a part of a larger cosmic community? Qs. These are questions that only come to light when we consider the possibility of contact with beings from beyond our world. If 3I Atlas truly represents a probe from an advanced alien civilization, the global implications of this discovery are staggering. One of the most immediate challenges humanity will face is how we come together as a species to handle the revelation that we are not alone in the universe. This is a moment that will require unprecedented global unity. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence through a probe like 3I Atlas could divide us or bring us together. The way we respond will shape the future of human civilization for generations to come. We live in a world marked by divisions, fives, cultural, political, and social. The discovery of 3 Atlas and the potential confirmation of intelligent life beyond Earth would be a defining moment in history. It would challenge our current beliefs about ourselves and our place in the cosmos. For some, the very idea of extraterrestrial life might seem destabilizing or even frightening. The first instinct for many might be to hoard knowledge, protect national interests, or to react with suspicion and hostility. But in this moment, the question is not about how we protect ourselves from each other. Fives. It's about how we come together as one human family in the face of the unknown. Humanity's first response to the discovery of alien intelligence will require cooperation, both among nations and within our societies. If 3I Atlas is truly a probe sent by an advanced civilization, then the information it carries might be far beyond our current scientific understanding. The technology, wisdom, and knowledge hidden within this object could offer incredible opportunities, but also pose serious risks. A fragmented response, where different countries or factions try to control the discovery, could lead to missed opportunities, conflict, or even prevent us from making meaningful contact with extraterrestrial beings. The reality is that this discovery, if it's real, isn't just the responsibility of a few nations or groups. Fives. It's a responsibility shared by all of humanity. Every country, every citizen will be affected by the presence of 3I Atlas. We must work together to understand it, share knowledge, and decide how to move forward. The first step in doing so is to ensure that the scientific community has access to the information and resources necessary to study 3I Atlas in a way that benefits everyone. This requires a level of cooperation and transparency that transcends political and national borders. At the same time, the social and cultural impacts of this discovery will be profound. Many religious and philosophical systems will be forced to re-examine their beliefs in light of this new reality. How will humanity cope with the knowledge that we are not the only intelligent species in the universe? 6. Will religious communities embrace the idea of extraterrestrial life, or will they resist it? 6. What about our cultural and social values? 5. How will they evolve when confronted with the reality of life beyond Earth? 6. In these times, it will be essential for humanity to show its most noble qualities. 4. Curiosity, cooperation, and compassion. If Three-Eye Atlas is a probe from another civilization, then this moment may be our first opportunity to demonstrate to the universe that we are capable of handling the responsibility of interacting with other intelligent life. We must be ready to prove that we can rise above our differences, work together for the greater good, and make contact with other civilizations in a peaceful, thoughtful manner. As we look toward the future, the question remains, 4. Will we, as a species, rise to the occasion and embrace this discovery with wisdom and unity, or will we let fear and division guide our response? The answer to this question will shape not only our future interactions with extraterrestrial civilizations, but also our place in the broader cosmic community. The discovery of Three-Eye Atlas and the potential confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence could spark a technological revolution unlike anything humanity has ever experienced. If Three-Eye Atlas is truly a probe sent by an advanced civilization, it might be carrying knowledge and technology that could change the course of human history. The very idea that we might have access to alien technology opens up an entirely new realm of possibilities. 5. One that could transform everything from our energy systems to our methods of space travel, medicine, and beyond. At the heart of this transformation is the technology that Three-Eye Atlas might contain. As we have seen with other scientific breakthroughs throughout history, the discovery of new technologies can lead to rapid advancements in multiple fields. If the probe holds the key to interstellar travel, for example, humanity's entire understanding of space exploration would be revolutionized. No longer would we be confined to our solar system. 4. We could begin to reach other star systems, opening up the possibility of colonizing new worlds, exploring the galaxy, and perhaps even finding new life. But space travel is just the beginning. Alien technology could also offer solutions to some of humanity's most pressing problems on Earth. Imagine access to advanced energy systems, ones that could solve our growing energy crisis and eliminate our dependence on fossil fuels. Technologies that could harness energy from the stars, tap into new sources of power, or enable the development of clean, sustainable energy could drastically reduce the environmental destruction caused by current methods of energy production. Additionally, advanced materials and manufacturing techniques from extraterrestrial sources could reshape industries. Materials stronger and lighter than anything we've discovered could revolutionize everything from construction to transportation. The potential applications are endless. 5. From space elevators to spacecraft capable of traveling across vast distances at speeds we can only dream of, the possibilities would be truly transformative, allowing humanity to leap forward in ways that were once thought impossible. But the technological benefits of alien contact don't stop at physical objects and power sources. The knowledge contained within 3i Power Atlas could revolutionize our understanding of biology, medicine, and genetics. What if the creators of the probe have unlocked methods for curing diseases, extending life, or even enhancing human capabilities? If their medical technology is far more advanced than ours, it could provide solutions to some of the world's most challenging health crises, from cancer to aging. Perhaps their understanding of biology has led them to discover ways to regenerate cells or repair genetic damage, opening up the possibility of vastly improved human health and longevity. Moreover, the field of artificial intelligence could experience a leap forward. If 3i Atlas contains data on AI systems that are far more sophisticated than anything we've developed, it could push our own AI research to new heights. These new systems could help solve complex global issues like climate change, poverty, and disease by optimizing resources and improving decision-making processes in ways that are beyond our current capabilities. However, as with all powerful technologies, the potential for misuse exists. While the technological advancements offered by contact with an alien civilization could solve many of humanity's most pressing problems, they could also pose significant risks. The introduction of advanced weapons systems, AI with unanticipated consequences, or uncontrolled biological technologies could create new threats to human society. The key will be in how we choose to wield this knowledge. Will we use it to improve life on Earth, or will we risk the destruction of our civilization through greed, fear, and mismanagement? 6. The advent of extraterrestrial technology will not only change the way we live, but it will challenge our ethical frameworks and societal structures. How do we ensure that the benefits of these technologies are shared equitably across the globe? How do we prevent the misuse of such powerful knowledge? And how do we protect our planet from the dangers that might come with these new discoveries? The potential discovery of 3i Atlas and the possibility that it's a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization would undoubtedly have a significant psychological impact on humanity. While the idea of extraterrestrial life has long been discussed, the reality of it being a part of our universe, fives, observing, or perhaps even studying us, would shake the foundations of our collective beliefs. What would it mean for us as a species to know that we are not alone? And how would we cope with the emotional and mental effects of such a profound revelation? The initial reaction could be one of awe and wonder. The very idea that intelligent life exists beyond Earth is a concept that has captivated humanity for centuries. The confirmation that we are not the only sentient beings in the universe would undoubtedly inspire curiosity, excitement. This realization would open the door to endless possibilities for humanity. Our place in the cosmos would no longer be defined by the confines of our planet. We would be part of a much larger universe, teeming with life and knowledge beyond our comprehension. For many, this would be a deeply humbling experience, a reminder that we are just one piece in a vast and intricate cosmic puzzle. However, while many might embrace the idea of alien life with excitement, others could feel fear and anxiety. The knowledge that we are being observed by a more advanced civilization could provoke feelings of vulnerability and insignificance. Throughout history, humanity has often reacted with suspicion or aggression toward the unknown, and the idea of facing beings with superior technology could bring about fear of what might be an inevitable encounter. Would these beings see us as worthy of contact, or would we be seen as a primitive species unfit for interaction? 6. For some, the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence might raise existential questions about our survival. 5. Are we ready to face a galactic community, or is humanity too fragile, too divided, to handle such a revelation? 6. Religion and culture would also play a significant role in shaping our psychological response. For many, the existence of extraterrestrial life would challenge long-held beliefs about humanity's place in the universe. Religious doctrines, many of which view Earth and humanity as the central creation of a divine power, would be forced to confront the idea that life exists beyond our planet. This could lead to a deep crisis of faith for some, while others may find ways to incorporate the discovery into their worldview. Similarly, different cultures may respond in unique ways, with some embracing the discovery as a new chapter in human knowledge, while others might fear the consequences of the unknown. The psychological impact of 3R Atlas's discovery would also depend on how we, as a species, choose to respond to the situation. In the face of such monumental news, humanity could either come together in unity or fall into division. The knowledge that we are not alone could foster a sense of collective purpose, encouraging global cooperation. If humanity unites, putting aside national, cultural, and political differences, we could move forward together, driven by the shared goal of understanding the universe and the beings that inhabit it. This could lead to advancements in global governance and greater collaboration in science, technology, and space exploration. However, the fear of the unknown could also drive humanity apart. Governments, nations, and individuals might struggle to control the knowledge and technology that could come from alien contact. The temptation to hoard or misuse such power could lead to conflict, competition, and possibly even violence. How we react in this moment will determine whether we choose a path of unity and cooperation or one of fear and division. The psychological ramifications of discovering extraterrestrial intelligence would be vast and varied. How we as individuals and as a species process this information will shape the future trajectory of humanity. It is a moment that requires introspection, careful decision-making, and, perhaps most importantly, a readiness to embrace the unknown with curiosity and wisdom. The discovery of 3I Atlas, if confirmed as a probe from an advanced alien civilization, would inevitably lead to a global response. The implications of such a discovery would stretch far beyond scientific curiosity. This event would trigger profound changes in every facet of human life, from our global politics to our societal values, our scientific priorities, and even our day-to-day interactions. The question now is, fours. How will humanity respond to the possibility of first contact? Sixes. One immediate consideration is how to manage the flow of information. The discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence is not something that can be confined to a small group of people or nations. The consequences of such a finding are so far-reaching that the information must be shared globally. In today's interconnected world, transparency and cooperation would be essential. Governments and scientific institutions around the world would need to work together to ensure that humanity as a whole understands what is happening, how it will affect us, and what our next steps should be. This will require unprecedented global cooperation. National borders might seem insignificant in the face of such a discovery, as humanity realizes that it is part of something far larger than our own world. Cooperation among nations could pave the way for collective action and prevent the risk of conflict. Yet, history has shown that new technologies or discoveries often lead to tension, mistrust, and competition. The challenge will be to maintain peace and unity, setting aside old differences and embracing the opportunity to come together as a single species on the global stage. Furthermore, the response to the potential for first contact will undoubtedly involve many complex ethical questions. If the probe is sending signals or transmitting information, what should we do with that knowledge? Sixes. Are we ready to process and understand information from an intelligence far beyond our own? Sixes. The technology we might gain access to could revolutionize every aspect of our society, but it could also pose risks if not handled responsibly. Who decides how to use this knowledge? How do we ensure that it is used for the benefit of all humanity and not for destructive purposes? Another issue to consider is how the general public will react. The news of first contact could spark a range of emotions. 5 Fs. From fear and panic to excitement and curiosity. How do we prepare people for such a monumental event? Education will play a crucial role in this. People will need to be educated not only about the science and technology behind the discovery, but also about how to process the emotional and psychological impact. Governments and global organizations will need to provide resources for mental health support, as the implications of first contact might be overwhelming for many. In addition to this, the question of how to communicate with alien intelligence will also be paramount. If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe, it may be sending signals or data to its creators. But how do we interpret those signals? How can we begin to communicate with beings that may think and perceive the world in ways that are completely foreign to us? The task of decoding the message, if there is one, could take years or even decades. Scientists, linguists, and communication experts from around the world would need to work together to decipher the data and craft a response. If this probe is a step toward direct contact, The way we communicate could set the tone for future interactions with alien civilizations. The discovery of 3I Atlas, especially if it is confirmed to be a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization, could be the first step in humanity's entrance into a much larger galactic community. As we learn about extraterrestrial life, we may also begin to understand that we are not alone. Fives, not just in our solar system, but in the vast expanse of the galaxy and potentially the universe itself. This realization could change the trajectory of human history in ways we have not yet imagined. The idea of a galactic community might seem like something out of science fiction, but it's increasingly plausible. As humanity progresses in space exploration, we begin to realize that the universe is far more interconnected than we've previously thought. If alien civilizations are out there, they may be part of a larger network of intelligent life. These civilizations might be exploring, observing, or even interacting with one another. In this scenario, 3I Atlas could be a scout, sent to evaluate us and determine whether we are ready to join this greater cosmic community. If this is the case, what does it mean for humanity's future? If there are other intelligent civilizations out there, it would be critical for us to understand how we fit into this larger network. The possibilities of intergalactic communication, trade, and cooperation are staggering. We could potentially learn from their advanced technologies, solve universal problems, and work together to explore the depths of space. Imagine sharing knowledge with civilizations that have mastered space travel, energy production, and biotechnology far beyond our capabilities. However, the idea of joining a galactic community comes with its own set of challenges. First, how do we know we're ready? 6. The creation of a galactic federation or network would require a level of cooperation and maturity that we have yet to demonstrate on Earth. The history of humanity is marked by conflict, division, and struggle for power. Would we be able to set aside our differences and work with other civilizations? 6. Or would we revert to old habits, leading to mistrust and potentially violent interactions? 6. This also raises the question of the ethical implications of joining such a community. What responsibilities would humanity have as part of a larger galactic network? 6. Would we need to adhere to certain rules, like preserving peace and avoiding the spread of violence? 6. If we were introduced to advanced technologies, how would we use them? 6. Would we be trusted to handle them responsibly, or would we be seen as a dangerous and unstable species? The very idea of joining a galactic community presents many unknowns. Are there other civilizations that are watching us, waiting for us to reach a certain level of technological development before making contact? Or are we the ones who are being watched, the newcomers in a vast network of intelligent species? 6. If 3I Atlas is indeed a probe sent by an alien civilization, it could be the first of many interactions that will change our place in the universe forever. The possibilities are endless, but the path ahead is uncertain. What we do with this discovery, How we respond to Three-Eye Atlas will shape our future in ways that we are only beginning to understand. The question remains, fours, are we ready for what lies beyond, or are we still too young as a species to enter the broader galactic community? If Three-Eye Atlas truly represents a probe from an advanced alien civilization, it will trigger a monumental shift in how humanity views itself. For centuries, we have considered ourselves the pinnacle of intelligent life in the universe, with Earth as the center of human existence. But this discovery would challenge this long-held belief. We are no longer at the center of the cosmic stage. Instead, we are just one species among potentially many, and we must now begin to reconsider our place in the vast universe. This cultural shift will be felt deeply, both individually and collectively. On one hand, the realization that we are not alone could be a source of great humility. The knowledge that intelligent life exists beyond Earth will force us to rethink the very nature of existence. It will prompt questions that we have never before fully confronted. Fours, what does it mean to be human in a universe filled with other intelligent beings? Sixes, if other civilizations have existed for millennia, what can we learn from their experiences? Sixes, are we as unique and important as we once thought, or are we just one small piece in a much larger cosmic puzzle? The discovery could also lead to a profound sense of wonder. The universe suddenly becomes a much more dynamic, exciting place. No longer will the stars be distant, cold objects. Fives. Now, they represent the possibility of contact, of discovery, and of growth. For centuries, humanity has looked up at the stars with curiosity. But now, that curiosity will have a new purpose. We are not just looking at the stars, oars. We are looking for answers, hoping to make contact, hoping to understand what lies beyond our own world. Yet, for some, this discovery may be difficult to accept. Many religious and philosophical systems have long placed humanity at the center of the universe. The idea of intelligent alien life challenges these worldviews and forces us to rethink fundamental questions about creation, existence, and our role in the cosmos. For some, this could lead to a crisis of identity or faith. How can we reconcile the existence of extraterrestrial life with religious teachings that place humans as the crown of creation? How do we integrate this new reality with our existing beliefs and values? Sixes. In addition to religious and philosophical shifts, the discovery of Three-Eye Atlas could lead to dramatic changes in how we view each other as humans. The realization that we are part of a larger universe with many unknowns could bring us closer together as a species. For centuries, human societies have been divided by borders, ideologies, and conflicts. But what if the discovery of extraterrestrial life serves as a unifying force? The knowledge that we are not the only intelligent beings in the universe could inspire us to work together, to overcome our differences, and to focus on the greater good. This cultural shift might also spark a renewed sense of curiosity and exploration. Humanity, for all its faults, is driven by a desire to explore, to understand, and to expand. The idea of communicating with other civilizations could be the catalyst for an era of unprecedented scientific and technological progress. It could inspire new generations to reach for the stars, to study the cosmos, and to push the boundaries of human knowledge and capability. The pursuit of knowledge could become our greatest collective goal, guiding humanity toward a future of discovery and growth. At the same time, this cultural shift will not be without its challenges. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the possibility of direct contact with extraterrestrial civilizations will force humanity to confront its own limitations. 5S: political, social, and technological. We will need to develop new systems of governance, cooperation, and ethics to navigate this new reality. Our future in the cosmos will depend on how we choose to engage with the broader universe, and whether we can rise above our divisions to build a unified, peaceful future. As humanity stands on the precipice of discovering extraterrestrial intelligence through 3I Atlas, one of the most pressing issues we will face is how to handle the alien technology that may be embedded within the probe. If the probe is indeed a tool for gathering data, the technology it carries could hold the potential for revolutionary breakthroughs across many fields: energy, communication, space travel, and even medicine. But with this newfound knowledge comes an immense ethical responsibility. The question is, how should we handle the potentially dangerous power of alien technology? One of the first concerns is the potential for misuse. Throughout human history, new technologies have brought both progress and peril. Nuclear energy, for example, promised boundless power but was quickly weaponized, leading to the possibility of global destruction. What if the alien technology contained within 3I Atlas has similar potential? It's not just about the benefits of new advancements. It's about ensuring that these technologies are used responsibly. The temptation to exploit this knowledge for military or economic advantage could be overwhelming, but it could also lead to disastrous consequences if not handled carefully. The challenge of managing alien technology would require unprecedented global cooperation. If the technology is real, how do we ensure that it is shared equitably? Who decides how to use it, and for what purpose? The discovery of alien technology could create a new kind of arms race, with nations vying for control over the information and resources it provides. We must ask ourselves, will humanity rise to the occasion and put aside national interests to ensure the responsible use of alien knowledge? Or will we let greed and fear dictate how this technology is applied? Another ethical question centers around the unintended consequences of using such advanced technology. Could we be opening Pandora's box by tapping into powers we don't fully understand? Alien technology may be so advanced that it functions in ways we can't predict. What if the technology has side effects we didn't anticipate, such as environmental damage or unforeseen social consequences? Our reliance on technology has already led to many unintended consequences: climate change, social fragmentation, and ethical dilemmas surrounding artificial intelligence. With alien technology, the stakes could be much higher, and the margin for error much smaller. There is also the question of what happens if we gain access to technology that could radically change the balance of power. If this technology allows us to solve our energy crisis, extend human life, or unlock the secrets of the universe, could it also create new divisions? The world's already fractured distribution of wealth and power might be exacerbated, with certain nations or corporations seizing control of alien technology for their own gain. Could this lead to a new era of inequality, where only a select few benefit from these advances? How can we ensure that the benefits of alien knowledge are shared in a way that uplifts all of humanity, rather than creating even deeper divides? Finally, there's the question of what alien technology means for our own moral compass. If these civilizations have developed technologies that allow them to travel across the stars, manipulate energy, or perhaps even alter the fabric of reality, what does it say about us as humans? What responsibilities would come with such advanced knowledge? Could the discovery of this technology push humanity toward greater compassion and understanding? Or will it drive us to seek control, power, and dominance over the universe? Our ethical approach to handling alien technology will define not only our future, but how we interact with the broader universe. As we move forward into this unknown territory, it's crucial that we approach alien technology with both wonder and caution. We must recognize the immense potential for good, but also the risk of harm. The discovery of 3I Atlas is not just a moment of scientific triumph. It's an opportunity to shape the future of humanity in ways we can only begin to imagine. But with great knowledge comes great responsibility. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential confirmation that it's a probe from an advanced alien civilization would mark a major turning point in human science. If this probe holds knowledge and technology far beyond our current understanding, it could open entirely new frontiers in various scientific fields. The implications for physics, biology, space exploration, and energy production are immense. The chance to access alien knowledge presents both incredible opportunities and significant challenges. One of the most profound impacts would be in the realm of energy. If the alien technology inside 3I Atlas includes new methods of energy generation or manipulation, it could offer humanity solutions to the ongoing global energy crisis. Imagine accessing clean, virtually unlimited energy, perhaps from harnessing stellar power or using advanced energy sources far more efficient than what we have now. Such a breakthrough could revolutionize our approach to climate change and energy sustainability. The opportunity to drastically reduce our dependence on fossil fuels could transform economies and help restore balance to the planet's ecosystems. However, with such advancements comes a serious responsibility. The implementation of this technology must be approached with care. How will we ensure that these powerful energy sources are shared equitably? Without careful management, there's a risk that only certain powerful nations or corporations will control this new energy, leading to greater inequality. Global cooperation would be essential to ensure that this discovery benefits everyone, preventing the same mistakes of the past when technology was used to further divide us. In addition to energy, 3i Atlas could hold the key to breakthroughs in space exploration. The technology within the probe might offer insights into faster-than-light travel, advanced propulsion systems, or even methods for harnessing energy from distant stars. The possibility of interstellar travel, something that once seemed like pure science fiction, could become a reality. This would open up a new era of exploration, allowing us to reach distant planets, stars, and galaxies. The thought of traveling beyond our solar system to explore new worlds is a possibility that could redefine humanity's future. However, this also brings new challenges. The vast distances of space require technologies far more advanced than what we currently possess. We would need to consider how we'd survive on long journeys and what ethical challenges we might face when exploring new environments. There could be entirely new ecosystems or extraterrestrial life forms we have never encountered. With advanced alien technology, humanity could be prepared to explore these unknowns. But it's essential that we proceed with caution, aware of the risks. Additionally, alien knowledge could revolutionize our understanding of biology and medicine. Advances in genetics, disease prevention, and regenerative medicine could dramatically improve human health. Imagine cures for diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries, or medical treatments that extend life. These breakthroughs could transform not only our health but our quality of life. Yet, as with all powerful technology, there are potential dangers. How would we ensure these advances are used responsibly and not exploited? There's a fine line between enhancing human life and misusing technology to create new divides within society. The ethical considerations surrounding the use of alien knowledge will be just as important as the scientific advancements themselves. As humanity stands on the verge of potentially discovering and accessing alien technology through 3i Atlas, one of the most pressing challenges will be ensuring that this knowledge is used ethically and responsibly. The impact of such discoveries would be enormous, and the decisions we make in the wake of this breakthrough could shape the future of our civilization for generations to come. With the promise of life-changing technologies, new energy sources, medical advancements, space travel capabilities, comes the immense responsibility of managing these powers wisely. The first ethical consideration involves the equitable distribution of the alien technology. If we gain access to energy systems capable of transforming our world, we must ask, who gets to control this power? Will it be concentrated in the hands of a few, potentially leading to greater inequality and exploitation? Or will it be shared more equally to benefit all of humanity? Given the historical tendency for powerful technologies to be monopolized by wealthy nations or corporations, there is a significant risk that only a select few could benefit from this new knowledge, deepening global divisions. To avoid such a scenario, global cooperation and governance will be essential. Ensuring that this technology benefits all of humanity would require unprecedented international collaboration. The sharing of knowledge would need to be managed in a way that prevents the misuse of powerful technologies. Imagine the potential consequences if alien propulsion systems, energy sources, or even biological advancements fell into the wrong hands. Without proper oversight, the same advancements that could benefit humanity could also be used for destructive purposes, be it through war, environmental harm, or the creation of dangerous weapons. The challenge will be to establish an international framework that ensures these technologies are used to enhance life on Earth, rather than exacerbate existing threats or create new ones. In addition to the equitable distribution of knowledge, there are ethical questions about how far we should go in applying alien technology. If we gain access to medical advancements that can extend human life or cure diseases, should we immediately implement them? While it seems like a clear benefit, the long-term effects on society are not so easily understood. If people begin to live much longer lives, this could strain resources, disrupt economies, and shift social structures in unpredictable ways. Should we use such advancements to extend life indefinitely? Or is there a moral limit to how far we should push the boundaries of human longevity? Moreover, the ability to manipulate genetic material, if included in the technology from 3i Atlas, would raise complex ethical dilemmas. Could we use alien technology to enhance human capabilities, or even redesign the human species? While this could lead to remarkable improvements in health and intelligence, it could also create a world where only certain individuals or groups have access to these enhancements, creating a genetic divide. Should we even attempt to enhance humanity using extraterrestrial technology? Or is it better to leave our biological future to the natural course of evolution? The ethical considerations also extend to our relationship with the alien civilization behind 3i Atlas. If we do establish contact or begin to share knowledge, how should we engage with them? What if they have a different set of values, one that does not align with our own? How do we ensure that we don't inadvertently exploit or harm a species that has chosen to reach out to us? The principles of mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation will be vital as we navigate these potential relationships. Ultimately, the discovery of alien technology through 3i Atlas is not just a scientific breakthrough. It is a call to humanity to mature ethically and responsibly. The choices we make will define how we shape our future and how we choose to interact with the broader universe. The potential discovery of 3i Atlas and confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence would have profound long-term consequences for humanity. While the excitement of such a discovery would dominate the initial response, the deeper, lasting effects would unfold over time, reshaping how we see ourselves, our world, and the universe. One of the most significant impacts would be a shift in human identity. For centuries, humanity has believed itself to be the most advanced intelligent species on Earth, if not in the universe. The discovery that we are not alone would challenge this perception. We would no longer be the center of the universe, but a part of a larger, interconnected cosmic community. This realization could lead to a sense of awe and unity, as humanity might be inspired to work together to understand our place in the universe. The idea of being part of something much greater than ourselves could promote a new sense of shared purpose and encourage global cooperation. However, this shift could also lead to feelings of fear and uncertainty. If other civilizations are far more advanced than us, it may provoke question about our significance in the grand scheme of things. We might grapple with the thought that we are not the pinnacle of intelligence, which could challenge our sense of self-worth. There could also be a fear of the unknown. What if the alien civilization has motives we don't fully understand? How should we approach this new reality? The technological implications of this discovery would also be transformative. If 3i Atlas contains advanced technology, it could revolutionize many areas of human life: energy, space exploration, medicine, and more. Access to alien energy sources, for example, could solve our energy crisis and reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. But the temptation to misuse such technology for destructive purposes would be a major risk. Managing the responsible use of alien knowledge would be essential to avoid exacerbating global inequalities or sparking conflicts. In the long run, the most critical challenge will be how we manage this new reality. Will we rise to the occasion and use the knowledge to improve life for all? Or will we struggle with division, fear, and misuse of the technology? How humanity responds to the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence will shape our future. Whether we embrace a future of cooperation and exploration or fall into conflict and division. Ultimately, the arrival of 3i's Atlas could mark the beginning of a new era for humanity, one where we take our place in a larger, more complex universe. The choices we make today will determine whether we succeed in this new chapter or let fear and uncertainty hold us back. As we look toward the future, the discovery of 3i Atlas could shape humanity in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. If we confirm that this object is a probe sent by an alien civilization, it will be one of the most transformative events in human history. However, the discovery is only the first step. The path we take after this revelation will define the trajectory of our species for generations to come. The question is, how will humanity respond? One of the immediate challenges is how we process the information. The sheer magnitude of the discovery means that it will not be an easy thing to accept. Some people may react with excitement and curiosity, eager to embrace the potential of interstellar contact. For others, the idea that intelligent life exists beyond Earth might feel overwhelming or even frightening. The unknowns of what the alien civilization might want, or how they might perceive us, could spark fear or anxiety. This emotional response will be something that global leaders and institutions will need to address. The way humanity processes this discovery will also affect our relationships with one another. If we are truly being observed or visited by another civilization, it's essential that we handle this knowledge with maturity. Historically, humanity has struggled with cooperation, often driven by national interests, fear, or competition. The realization that we are part of a greater cosmic community should ideally serve as a reminder of our shared humanity and the need for cooperation. The world will need to come together, not just in understanding the probe, but in deciding how to proceed in the future. Another vital consideration is the ethical use of any alien technology or knowledge that we might gain access to. Should the technology contained in 3i Atlas be shared globally, or should it be guarded and controlled by governments or corporations? If the technology has the power to change the world, whether through energy breakthroughs, medical advancements, or space exploration, we must carefully consider how we implement it. We have seen in history how powerful technologies can be misused, and we must be vigilant in ensuring that the benefits of alien knowledge are shared equitably and responsibly. The larger question of interstellar communication also looms. If 3i Atlas is a probe, the next step could be a more direct form of contact. What if we begin receiving signals or even messages from the civilization that sent it? How would we prepare for this moment? How would we respond, knowing that we are now interacting with an intelligence far beyond our own? Would we be ready to communicate, or would we struggle with the complexity of such an unprecedented exchange? These questions are not easy, but they are necessary. How we handle this moment, how we move forward after the discovery of 3i Atlas, will define humanity's future. We are at the crossroads of a new era, one that could propel us into a new phase of exploration, cooperation, and discovery. The choices we make today as a global community will set the course for the next chapter of human history. The discovery of 3i Atlas and the potential confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence will inevitably lead humanity into a new era. It's not just about the scientific revelations or technological breakthroughs. It's about a fundamental shift in how we perceive ourselves and our place in the universe. If 3i Atlas is indeed a probe from an advanced civilization, it represents the first step in humanity's evolution from being a solitary, isolated species to becoming part of a larger, interconnected cosmic community. This shift in perspective will have profound effects on human culture, psychology, and philosophy. For centuries, we have believed that Earth was unique, a singular home to life in the vast, unfeeling cosmos. The idea that intelligent life exists elsewhere challenges this worldview. It forces us to confront the reality that we are not alone, and that there are likely civilizations out there with their own histories, knowledge, and advancements. The possibilities for interaction, collaboration, or even conflict with these civilizations are vast. But one thing is certain: humanity's place in the cosmos is no longer defined by the limits of Earth alone. Culturally, this discovery could lead to a new sense of unity. The realization that we are part of a larger community, that we share the universe with other intelligent beings, could bring humanity together in ways we never thought possible. National borders, religious divisions, and cultural differences could seem irrelevant in the face of such a discovery. For the first time, we might look at each other not as competing factions, but as a unified species ready to engage with the larger universe. This could foster a new sense of shared purpose and global cooperation, encouraging us to work together toward common goals such as space exploration, scientific discovery, and the preservation of our planet. However, this newfound unity may also be challenged by fear and uncertainty. The knowledge that we are being watched by more advanced civilizations could lead to anxiety about our future. What if these civilizations view us as a threat, or worse, a species that's not ready for contact? How will we cope with the knowledge that we might not be as significant as we once believed? These existential questions could lead to moments of cultural and psychological crisis. But they also offer us an opportunity to grow, to learn to embrace the unknown, and to adapt to a new reality that will inevitably change us. In the long run, the discovery of alien intelligence could reshape human evolution itself. Just as we have evolved socially, technologically, and biologically over millennia, this new chapter in human history will likely push us to evolve even further. We may be on the cusp of an intellectual, philosophical, and cultural renaissance, where the boundaries of our species are expanded beyond the confines of Earth and into the wider universe. The pursuit of knowledge, exploration, and collaboration could drive humanity to new heights. However, this evolution will require careful guidance. We must be prepared for the responsibility that comes with the knowledge of extraterrestrial life. If we are to join a galactic community, we will need to learn to manage advanced technologies, communicate across vast distances, and navigate the ethical dilemmas that come with this newfound knowledge. Our capacity for cooperation, wisdom, and respect will determine whether we are ready to take our place in the greater cosmos, or whether we will falter in the face of such monumental change. As humanity stands on the threshold of potential first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence, the ethical questions surrounding our exploration of the cosmos take on new significance. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential for alien contact will challenge not only our understanding of life and intelligence, but also our responsibilities as a species in the broader universe. How should we approach this new reality? What ethical considerations must guide our actions as we move forward into this uncharted territory? First, there is the question of how we handle the knowledge we may gain from alien civilizations. If 3I's Atlas contains technology or information far beyond our understanding, how should we use it? Should we share it openly, or should we be cautious and control its dissemination? The temptation to use alien technology for military purposes or to gain power could be overwhelming. Throughout history, humanity has seen how technological advances have been misused for destructive purposes. The discovery of alien knowledge, if mishandled, could lead to devastating consequences. It's critical that we approach this technology with the utmost care, ensuring that it's used to benefit all of humanity and not to fuel conflict or inequality. Another ethical consideration is the potential for contact with alien civilizations. If 3I Atlas is just the beginning of a larger cosmic engagement, how should we approach other intelligent species we may encounter? What if their values and ethics differ greatly from our own? How do we balance the desire for interstellar exploration with the need to respect the sovereignty and autonomy of other civilizations? In the search for knowledge and cooperation, we must remember that we are not the only species in the universe, and our actions could have consequences for others. There's also the question of how we approach the exploration of space itself. As we begin to venture beyond Earth, what ethical responsibilities do we have toward other celestial bodies? If we encounter microbial life on Mars, for example, do we have a duty to protect it? Or is it fair game for exploration and experimentation? How do we ensure that we don't repeat the mistakes of history, exploiting new frontiers without consideration for the long-term consequences? Space exploration offers us incredible opportunities, but it also presents risks to both our environment and any life forms we might encounter along the way. The ethics of space exploration also extend to our own planet. As we gain access to alien technologies, how do we ensure that we don't use them to further harm Earth? Our civilization is already grappling with climate change, resource depletion, and environmental degradation. The introduction of powerful new technologies could exacerbate these problems if not used responsibly. We must ensure that any advancements in energy, biotechnology, or other fields are used to improve the health of our planet and its ecosystems, not to exploit them further. Ultimately, the ethical questions surrounding the discovery of extraterrestrial life and technology are not just about how we interact with other civilizations. They are also about how we reflect on our own actions. The arrival of 3I Atlas presents an opportunity for humanity to prove that we are capable of handling new knowledge with wisdom and responsibility. As we move forward, it will be essential to maintain a commitment to peace, cooperation, and ethical behavior in all our endeavors. The way we approach this new reality will define not only our future in the cosmos, but our legacy as a species. The discovery of 3I Atlas and the potential confirmation of extraterrestrial intelligence mark the beginning of an exciting new era for humanity. If this probe is indeed a piece of advanced alien technology, it could open up vast new frontiers for our species. The most obvious possibility is space exploration, humanity's next great leap. As we stand at the precipice of becoming a spacefaring civilization, the arrival of such technology could accelerate our journey beyond Earth, allowing us to explore distant planets, other star systems, and perhaps even other galaxies. But this monumental step forward also brings great challenges, and our path forward will require careful thought and collaboration. One of the most immediate benefits of alien technology could be the advancement of space travel. For decades, space exploration has been limited by our technological constraints. Our spacecraft are slow, and travel to even the nearest planets takes months or years. But what if 3i Atlas holds the secrets to faster-than-light travel, or to propulsion systems far more efficient than anything we have on Earth? The technology contained within the probe could allow humanity to reach distant stars and galaxies, making space exploration not just a dream, but a reality. This would unlock countless opportunities, new planets to explore, new resources to tap into, and perhaps even new life forms to discover. The discovery of advanced propulsion and energy technologies could also mean the possibility of colonizing other planets, such as Mars or the moons of Jupiter. For many years, scientists have speculated about the feasibility of building human colonies on other planets. But with the technology we currently possess, this has always seemed far off. But with access to alien knowledge, the dream of becoming an interplanetary species could be within our grasp. The technologies could allow us to build habitats capable of supporting human life in the harshest environments, opening up new frontiers for scientific discovery and expanding the reach of humanity across the solar system and beyond. However, the expansion of humanity into space presents its own set of ethical and practical challenges. As we venture beyond Earth, how do we ensure that we are not repeating the same mistakes that have plagued us on our home planet? The exploitation of resources, environmental degradation, and social inequality could all follow us into space if we are not careful. Just as we must be responsible stewards of our planet, we must also approach space with the same caution and respect. The technology we gain from 3i Atlas could help us build a better future, but it is up to us to use that knowledge wisely. Another crucial consideration as we move into space is the potential for contact with other alien species. If we are able to communicate with extraterrestrial civilizations, we must be ready to engage diplomatically and ethically. What would it mean for humanity to meet other intelligent beings, and how should we respond? The introduction of alien cultures could challenge our own ideas about society, ethics, and even our place in the universe. We will need to develop new systems of governance and diplomacy to manage these encounters in a way that fosters peace and cooperation rather than conflict. As we look to the future, the discovery of 3i Atlas offers a tantalizing glimpse of what lies ahead. We are standing on the edge of a new chapter in human history, one that could expand our horizons beyond Earth and into the stars. But as we venture into this new frontier, we must do so with humility, responsibility, and a commitment to ensuring that our actions reflect the best of humanity. The choices we make now will shape the future of our species, and how we engage with the universe will determine whether we thrive in the vast cosmic expanse or falter under the weight of our own ambition. As humanity begins to explore the potential of extraterrestrial intelligence, the role of artificial intelligence cannot be understated. If 3 Atlas is truly a probe from an alien civilization, the data and knowledge it contains could be beyond our current capabilities to fully understand and process. Enter AI, which could become the most important tool we have in interpreting the information sent by these alien beings. Whether it's decoding alien languages, analyzing complex data, or aiding in the development of new technologies, AI could be the key to unlocking the next phase of our interaction with the cosmos. AI has already demonstrated its immense potential in various fields, from healthcare to space exploration, and its capabilities will be crucial in decoding the potential messages or signals embedded in 3I Atlas. If the probe is sending complex data or encrypted messages, human minds alone may struggle to make sense of it. However, AI can process vast amounts of data at speeds and efficiencies far beyond human capacity. It could quickly identify patterns in the data, highlight important features, and even suggest potential methods of communication that align with our understanding of alien life. But AI's role could go beyond just decoding alien signals. As we gain more insight into the technology embedded within 3I Atlas, AI could play a critical role in helping humanity adapt to and utilize that knowledge. Take, for example, the possibility of accessing advanced propulsion systems or energy sources. AI could assist in understanding how these systems work and help us adapt them to our own technology. Whether it's creating blueprints for new spacecraft or developing new forms of sustainable energy, could act as a bridge between the unknown and the known, allowing us to integrate alien technology into our own systems. The relationship between AI and humanity will also evolve as we prepare for the future of space exploration. With AI at our side, humanity could advance its understanding of the universe in ways that were previously unimaginable. As we embark on interstellar travel, AI systems could manage the complexities of long-term space missions, everything from navigation to life support systems. These AI systems would allow humanity to explore distant worlds, communicate with extraterrestrial civilizations, and ensure our survival as we venture further into the unknown. However, this reliance on AI also raises important ethical questions. As AI plays a more central role in our interactions with alien civilizations, we must consider how much autonomy we grant these systems. At what point does AI become too advanced, too independent, and begin making decisions without human input? The line between assistance and control will need to be carefully considered. While AI can help us navigate and understand alien technologies, we must be vigilant about maintaining human oversight and ensuring that AI does not override our ethical values or decision-making processes. Moreover, as AI becomes more integrated into our space exploration efforts, the potential for conflict or miscommunication increases. If AI systems interpret alien messages or technologies in a way that is not aligned with our values or goals, how will we address these differences? Could the alien civilization see AI as a representation of humanity itself? Or will it recognize the nuances of human intention? These are questions that will need to be carefully considered as we move forward in our quest to interact with extraterrestrial intelligence. AI, then, is not just a tool for exploration. It is also a powerful companion that will help humanity navigate the complexities of interstellar communication and space travel. The discovery of 3I Atlas could be just the beginning of a new era where AI plays a crucial role in bridging the gap between our species and the unknown civilizations that await us in the stars. The discovery of 3I Atlas, a potential probe sent by an alien civilization, stands to transform humanity in ways both profound and unpredictable. As we look ahead to this possible revelation, there's one essential aspect of our future that will guide our journey into the unknown: the human spirit. The strength of our curiosity, our drive for knowledge, and our ability to adapt and unite in the face of uncertainty will define how we move forward in this new era of exploration. The human desire to explore and understand the world around us is as old as civilization itself. From our earliest ancestors venturing beyond the caves to the first humans looking up at the stars, the search for knowledge has been a driving force. But this discovery, contact with extraterrestrial intelligence, represents a leap into the unknown like no other. It forces us to confront the vastness of the universe and our place within it. The very thought that we are part of a much larger, cosmic community is a humbling experience, and it challenges the boundaries of what we once thought possible. However, with such a discovery also comes great responsibility. The human spirit has often been a source of both wonder and destruction. As we gain access to new technologies and knowledge, we must ensure that we use these gifts responsibly. The temptation to exploit alien knowledge or use it for destructive purposes could be great, but it is our responsibility to rise above fear, greed, and division. The challenge will be in maintaining our humanity as we embark on this extraordinary journey. The power to shape our future will rest in our hands. It is important to remember that the universe is filled with uncertainty. As we face the possibility of first contact, we must prepare for the unexpected. The alien civilization that sent 3I Atlas may have completely different values, beliefs, and goals from our own. How we approach this unknown will define how we move forward. Our ability to remain open-minded, to learn from others, and to adapt will be tested in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. It will require the strength of our collective will and a shared commitment to peaceful exploration. One of the most powerful aspects of the human spirit is our ability to imagine. The discovery of extraterrestrial life is no longer just a scientific question. It is a philosophical and existential one. We must ask ourselves what it means to be human in the face of such profound knowledge. Our sense of self and our understanding of life will be forever altered. But this is also an opportunity for growth. We must embrace the possibility that there are countless other intelligent beings in the universe, and that we have only just begun to scratch the surface of what is out there. As we prepare for the potential reality of first contact, it is crucial that we remember the importance of cooperation. The challenges we face, technological, ethical, and psychological, are not things we can overcome alone. Global cooperation, not just among governments but among individuals, will be the cornerstone of our success. We must set aside our differences and work together to understand the messages that 3i Atlas may contain and how best to respond to whatever follows. In the end, it is the human spirit that will guide us through this momentous discovery. It is our curiosity, our desire to learn, and our capacity for empathy and understanding that will shape our future in the cosmos. The arrival of 3i Atlas may be the beginning of a new chapter in human history, one where we look beyond Earth and into the stars. What we choose to do with this knowledge will not just define us as a species. It will define our place in the universe.